welcome to a Whip Wednesday live podcast show. I am so excited to be here. How's everyone doing on this beautiful Wednesday? We're right in the middle of a really fun quick stitch mystery crochet along. You'll learn 3 different stitches and they all come together in the end to create one quick pattern. Now the question is, what are we making? Well, we're going to kind of talk about it all. We're going to go around a circle because of course I'm not going to tell you just yet what the pattern will be. It is still a mystery because it's a mystery crochet along. We are in part 2, meaning part 2 was just published. That means we have part 1 and part 2 available, and part 3 will be available on Friday. If you signed up to the free mystery crochet along, then you will have access to part 3 tomorrow evening, which is Thursday evening, and that is the 18th of January 2024. So I'm really excited about it. So I'm live in 3 different locations. I'm live on YouTube, on Facebook page and Facebook group. So let me know where you're from. Let me know what you're working on. I would love to know what's on your crochet hook right now because it's Wednesday after all. We're all curious. So let me know. So we're going to talk a little bit more about the stitches that we just learned in the mystery crochet along, meaning part 1 and part 2. Then I would love to know from you. In the meantime, think about what can we do to turn these 2 patterns or these 2 squares, that's what they really are, into something. But remember, there's still a stitch missing, there's still a part missing. So what are we making? Think about it. Leave some comments. I would love to know. I'm going to shout some of you guys out and see if we can kind of dial it down a little bit. We'll see if I can leave some hints in between while we go through this live show. I'm really excited for y'all to be here. I know that most of the country is very cold right now, so stay warm, crochet a little faster. It speeds you up and heats you up, right? We all know that it gets really cozy when you crochet faster, right? We all sweat. I mean, it's an exercise, right? Mentally, physically, we all know it. So just crochet a little faster. And then remember, we also have another crochet along going on, which is the Christmas Mosaic crochet blanket. I'll talk about that at the end, so I'm not getting you all confused, okay? So let me swoop around with my camera right now so you can see part 1. So this is part 1 of the crochet along, okay? The mystery crochet along. And some of you guys asked me, should I be blocking it? You can if you want to. I highly recommend waiting until part 3 is available, so that way you can determine whether or how you're going to block it if you want to block it. Is that making sense? There were some hints right there. Anyways, so this is part 1, okay? What is this? Well, this is called the thread stitch, T-R-E-A-D stitch, and I have a full tutorial for that on my YouTube channel, as well as part of the pattern. So if you head over to the Mystery Crochet Along page, I'll leave a link in the comments for YouTube, as well as my Facebook page, because my group doesn't allow links in the comments while I'm live, at least. So check that out. Or just head over to nikkishomemade.com and then you'll scroll down to where it says Mystery Crochet Along and then click there. Anyways, sign up if you haven't done so. There's almost 3,000 crocheters who signed up for this, which is super fun. The more people we have, the more fun it is. So anyway, so let's talk about the stitch, okay? It is mostly double crochet stitches, okay? So let me kind of hold it up a little bit, and kind of holding like this kind of makes it more clear. Do you see that? It's really beautiful. So what do you see here? You're going to see right here are these block stitches, okay? I call them block stitches. That's really because they're very similar to the actual block stitch. It's a diagonal box stitch, okay? So you can see it's kind of shifted in a diagonal way. It's a beautiful little, you know, square tilted a little bit. And then in between, you see the double crochet stitches just stacked on top of each other, okay? So you have here stacked double crochet stitches, and then right here you have stacked diagonal stitches, which means you have some airiness in between. It creates a little bit of a lacy effect, right? And it's absolutely stunning, beautiful. Hello everyone, I'm glad you're all here. We have a bunch of y'all here. I'm very excited. All right, so let me know what you're working on right now. You working on a crochet along? I would love to know. And let me know your ideas. Come on, hit me up. What do you guys think? I'll tell you some of them that were posted in my Facebook group, some of the ideas that people came up with. So let's see if you guys have similar ones. I'm not saying that any of them are correct. I'm just gonna shout them out later. All right, so this is the thread stitch. It's a square, obviously, okay, and it's made, mine is about 10 times 10 inches, roughly. It's okay if it's a little bigger, a little smaller. If yours is 9 times 9, 11 times 11, it's fine. Just make sure it's a square of some sort, okay? So that's all that really matters, okay? So this is part 1. So let me show you part 2. Okay, so part 2 is this one right here, which is the wide checkered stitch. Okay, it was published this morning. It is a brand new stitch for this mystery crochet along. So this is part 2. And again, it's a square, well, almost a square. There's a little bit of a wave effect happening. Why is there a wave effect happening? Because you're working on 5 single crochets and then 5 double crochets in a row, and you go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, then you turn, and then you repeat that process, which means you're going to have a single crochet on top of a double crochet and a double crochet on top of a single crochet every time you crochet this. Okay, so it creates the checkered stitch kind of, but in a wave and a kind of elongated way, which is why it's called the wide checkered stitch. This one, obviously, you can tell, is not lacy. So it's more of a tighter stitch than, not tight, but obviously, you know, tighter than this guy. Again, it's a square. So it's okay if it's 9 times 9, 10 times 10, 11 times 11. Make sure it's a square. That's all that matters. Okay. So that's what we have. So we have these 2 squares happening right now for the mystery crochet along, part 1 and part 2. So obviously you couldn't tell which colors I used. Now I told you as long as you use cotton yarn, it's fine. You can pick whatever colors you want. You could have even just picked one color for the entire thing. You can have variegated yarn. This is going to look so much fun seeing all these different patterns in the end, or the creations of the pattern in the end once we're done. I'm really, really excited. So I wish I'd known that to be 10 times 10. Actually, Christina, it did say in the pattern, on the bottom of every part, I wrote 1 sentences. So be sure to check that out. I believe it's in front of the image, like right on top of the image. It says, make sure it's a square. Mine is 10 times 10. It's okay if it's a little bigger or smaller, but I wrote it down. So be sure to read everything. I know we're in this technology where we read really fast. I do that myself. Don't tell anyone. But just a little side note, I just want to guide you. It does say make sure it's a square. All right. Finished the second part an hour ago. Haven't photographed it yet. That's totally fine. Take a picture when you're ready and let us see. All right. So you're also, what you have an idea, it could be a pillow cover. I kind of like that. So obviously we still need part 3, okay? Part 3 is still necessary in order to finish this pattern. So what do you guys think? Hit me up with some ideas. So you see these 2. So obviously we're going to use one of the colors again, right? One of these colors is going to be used again, and we're going to learn a 3rd stitch. To be very clear, and I'll give you a little bit more of a hint, part 3 is shorter than part 1 and 2. What does that mean? So it means it's quicker to make. It's an easier stitch. So I want to make sure it's a very easy stitch because I want to be able to get you guys to finish it. Okay, I wanted you to be able to finish it. Plus, I've gotten comments before from many different variety of crocheters saying, can you make sure it's easy? Well, this time I decided I'm not only going to teach you different stitches, but I'm going to make sure it's as easy as possible. I did not want to like jump right into like some kind of advanced stitch technique of some sort. I really dialed it back and said, you know what, we're going back to the basics. It's the beginning of the year. Let's make it easy and beginner friendly. So that's what I did. So part 3 is quicker to make. It has an easier stitch. What does that all mean? And I'm using one of these colors again, not both, just one. So, and then we'll put it together. In fact, I'm going to give you one more hint. In fact, we're going to use 2 videos. You're going to get 2 videos for part 3. What does that mean? Well, you guys tell me. Do you have any idea what we could be working on? You guys tell me. I would love to know. Okay, so let's see if I can show some of you guys off. So Amanda says, I have no idea what's going to be. Let's just follow along. Kim says she finished part 2 last night. Yay! Remember, you guys get early access if you sign up. I literally send an email only to those that signed up the evening before or afternoon, depending on which time zone you're in, right? So for me, it's like late afternoon usually around 4-ish, between 4 and 5, my time, that's when I do it. But if you're like in Hawaii, for example, right, that's obviously early afternoon. If you're like on the East Coast, it'll be the evening, right? So it's a range. So, what else we're thinking? We have a layered pot holder, maybe. Then Christina is saying a tissue box cover. I kind of like that. Kind of like that idea. So let's see. Do you guys have any? Ooh, it could be a purse. Let's see. Christina says she missed that part. It's fine. Totally fine. I know. We always read too fast. I get it. Tammy says no clue. Okay, so I gave you a few different hints here. So let me repeat the few different hints here. We're going to use one of the colors again. Again, you can make the entire thing in one color, so no worries about it. You can make the entire thing in one color. I prefer it in 2 colors, okay? And I showed you which colors I used for each stitch. So, I used the lighter one for this part, which is more of a lacy one. And then I used a darker one for more of a non-open one, like a closed mesh kind of situation, right? It's like it's not open. So there are some hints right there. Okay, I don't know if that's too much of a hint though, or not, if I really think about it. But anyway, so part 3 is going to be a quicker pattern, meaning it's shorter, like in process. It's smaller in dimension. The stitch is very, very easy. You're going to get 2 extra videos. That means you have 4 videos in total for the entire pattern. So what does that mean? We'll see. So yeah. Anyway, so let's see. Cheryl says it's a wearable. Oh, a little tight for wearable, depending on who this from, huh? A little handbag. Would it be a bag though? Think about it. Tea cozy. Kind of like that idea. I like the idea of tea cozy. So let's see. Let me pull up my group real quick, and I'll tell you some of the comments that I have gotten in my group. I'm not going to mention the names because it's a private group, so I'm not going to say that out loud, but I'm going to tell you what the ideas are. So let's see if I can read some of them. One person saying, I'm guessing a pouch of some sort or maybe a tiny pillow. She also says perhaps washcloths. Someone else says, the suspense is killing me. I racked my brain. Then someone else says, maybe a simple washcloth that we can fold in 2 things. Then someone else says, I'm thinking a market bag. Then someone else says, I need to know what the other pieces are, so I should have them at home. That's a good question. Usually I write down in my mystery crochet along if there's additional pieces that you need in order to finish the pattern. In this case, there's one tiny optional piece, and you're not really even attaching it. So it's not necessary. So technically, if you're really just looking at the basics, you will not need anything extra. I hope that helps. A bag or small pillow, someone else says. But there are 3 parts. A bag that would be nice to have. Maybe. A masterpiece, someone else says. I love it. Okay. Let's see. A reversible hot pad. A magic pouch box of some sort. Then someone else says, I like to buy a vowel, please. I like that. That's a fun one. 2 squares, 2 different colors. Size doesn't matter. I need more intel. I'm giving you some tips and tricks here in between. Wash rack or bowl cozy, someone else says. Fidget thing. I kind of like that, a fidget thing. A washcloth, then a bag, fingerless gloves. Wow, fingerless gloves with 2 different colors. Unless you're adding some shoes in there. That would be fun. Anyway, so those are some of the ideas that came directly from my group. Then let's see what you guys have here. While I was reading those, then we have a sachet, a hot pad for sitting hot pans. I kind of like that. Washcloth soap cover, hot pad. Part 3 will be 1 to 2 inches side to join and 2 pound. Maybe. I kind of like that. Is anyone else close? I can't give anything away, you guys. Okay, I give you, as I said, I give you a few hints. We're using cotton yarn. Okay, we're using cotton yarn. There is a part 3, so the second part is a part 3 is coming. Okay, it is smaller. It has an easy stitch, and you're gonna get 2 videos in part 3. That's all I'm giving you. That's literally all I'm giving you. There's nothing really extra you're gonna need. Meaning additional materials. There's not really extra materials you're gonna need. You're gonna put it all together in the end, pretty much. Like once you have all 3 parts, you're going to put it all together, and trust me, it's going to be very fast. And I hope you're going to like it. I really truly hope you're going to like it. The most important part, let's dial it back for a second. I know you guys are all very curious of what the pattern is, but remember, there's in every mystery crochet along, I have a theme that comes with it. In every mystery crochet along is a theme. I'm repeating that because I want you to think about it. While you go through it, what did you do? You learned stitches. So although you're getting a finished pattern at the very end, I do have a thought that comes with every mystery crochet along. There's a theme that goes along with the entire mystery crochet along. And in this mystery crochet along, it's stitches. Okay, so I want you to keep that in mind. And why am I saying that? Because remember, we have a huge event happening on Saturday, and that is like the, call it like the celebration, a party, the mystery crochet along celebration party to finalize the mystery crochet along, pretty much, okay, with big surprises happening at the end. Okay, so that's kind of we're leading up to that. Okay, that huge event, that huge crochet party filled with stitches. We're going to talk all kinds of different stitches and all kinds of different things. So I'll talk about that more in detail, right? It's a surprise after all. But I will be announcing the 3 mystery crochet along winners at that event. So, and how do you qualify? You have to sign up for my newsletter for the mystery crochet along. You should follow me, of course. Okay. And of course, the most important part is you need to be in my group, Crocheting with Nikki, and you post your final images of the pattern at the very end. Okay. So meaning once part 3 is out, you did your parts, you take a picture, you post it with the corresponding hashtag, and then on Saturday, I randomly pick 3 of y'all to win a special surprise, a secret special surprise. So that's what I'm giving you guys. It's really, really fun. And it's a very fun event. We have it every month. Every month we have a new mystery crochet along with a new theme. So aren't you telling us today? No, I won't tell you today. I won't tell you today. You will see it in part 3. If I tell you now, it's not going to be fun. The whole idea of a mystery crochet along is that it's a mystery after all until the very end. You guys have no idea how hard it is as a designer to design something where you can't guess what it is until the last part. Meaning, typically when I design something, a regular pattern, I would design it according to make it the easiest way to finish a pattern, the most logical way to finish a pattern. When you do a mystery crochet along, as a designer, I have to think outside the box and have to figure out how can I put this pattern together that is not only easy, but keeps the mystery alive and makes sense in the end, which is very, very challenging, by the way. And I'm doing this every month with a new theme. So trust me, I make sure that you guys have fun and that it's a really, really, it's really enticing to be part of it. And plus, we're in a huge community, okay? It's a lot of people part of it and everyone posting about it. It's really, really fun. Thank you. I appreciate very much. The suspense is killing me. Yes, you do. Thank you. Crochet needle hole. Ooh, I like that idea. I really like that idea. Okay, so let's see. Let me talk a few more minutes about the other crochet along that's happening, because some of you guys were probably asking for that too. It's like, are we doing something else? Yes, we have a year-long crochet along happening at the same time. But before I do that, I do want to give you guys the link real quick one more time. So here, if you're not part of the mystery crochet along, come join us. Here's the link right there. I also posted it in the comments and in the description. Okay, so go click that link, or copy it, take a screenshot, however you want to do it, and come join us. So sign up and see part 1 and 2 already available for you with video tutorials. Okay, so but we also have another crochet along that is happening right now. So let me pull up the image really quick, and it's this one. Okay, it's my year-long really fun Christmas mosaic crochet blanket. Okay, it is a huge blanket. I don't know if you can see my hand up there, and I'm standing on my tippy toes. Okay, it is huge. I believe, if my memory's right, it's 62 times 69 inches or so, roughly. Okay, so let me break that down for you all really quickly here in a breakdown right here. Okay, every month you're going to get one part for free. I want to emphasize one important thing. The entire blanket was designed with a regular overlay mosaic crochet technique. The written pattern is written accordingly. Okay, the graph, you get 2 different versions of the graph. A smaller version where you can see the entire repeat, okay, in a 3-part version, and you get a zoomed in version, which is 10 pages long. Okay, so using the graph is the best way to do reversible mosaic crochet, the reversible mosaic crochet technique. Okay, if you want to make this blanket reversible, you can. I'm giving you the tutorial to do so. Okay, most pattern designers don't do that. Okay, I'm just giving you that extra. It's like a bonus. Okay, if you want to do it reversible, I will teach you how to do it, and then you can do it from there. In fact, after that, after you know how to do it, you can turn any mosaic crochet graph into a reversible one. Okay, now keep that in mind. I said I wrote it for the regular overlay mosaic crochet, which most people are actually doing. There's just a good handful of people, well, out of thousands, like over 9,000 people signed up for this, that actually do in the reversible way. Now, because I didn't do reversible, I cannot give you the exact amount of yarn you're going to use. I give you guys an estimate. I have no idea if that's the correct amount. I would recommend going up a little bit. If you haven't ordered your yarn, now's the time to do so. I have a 20% coupon code from Premiere with the yarn that I actually used. Okay, and they ran out a couple weeks ago, and I ordered more. So go take advantage of it. Even if you're using this yarn for something else, order your yarn for 20% off right now. Okay, take advantage of it. It is all linked in the mosaic crochet and in the blanket pattern. Okay, it's like all listed there. It's until the 25th of January that the 20% coupon code applies. Okay, I personally prefer the graph when it comes to any mosaic crochet because I like the visual part. I want to see what I'm doing. Okay, and the written instructions, although they're there for the regular overlay mosaic crochet, sometimes that's a little challenging. I don't know where I'm at. Okay, so I personally prefer the graph because the graph also tells me then what I need to do, right? It's very straightforward for me. Anyways, so keep that in mind. Now, for the free part, you can get every month the one part for free, okay, with ads though. The part doesn't go away, okay? I'm just going to add on to it. It's like an addition, right? Every month I add another part to it. And there's 12 parts in total, okay? We started January 1st. And that means you have only one part available right now. February 1st is the part 2. But if you get the PDF, you get it ad-free, okay? And the graph is bigger in different versions, so it's much easier to read too. And on top of that, you can work at your own pace and you can work ahead. A lot of you guys work ahead very quickly. There's a few of you that are in like part 3, part 4. I think someone started part 5 just now. So it is doable to work this entire blanket up in a few months. In fact, this blanket, my own blanket, was made in 3 months. It is doable. I'm giving you 12 months. And there's 3 winners going to be at the very end. So just that you know that. Okay, so you can get the entire pattern for $10 on my website. So if you want to get that, it's like over 40 pages. I don't remember exactly how many pages it is. But it's a plenty of pages for you guys to take advantage of it. And yeah, so hopefully you like that. And if you want to make this blanket, let me show you really quickly one more time. This is our year-long crochet along happening at the same time. This year is going to be filled with crochet alongs, like filled with crochet alongs. We will have the year-long crochet along, and that's just my side of it. Okay, the year-long crochet along. We have every month we have a mystery crochet along, and then every other month, meaning actually starting February, we have a quick regular crochet along. So you'll see that happening as well. I haven't shown you guys that part. That's going to be announced very soon. So don't get them all confused. I'll make sure they all have different names so you won't get confused. You don't have to join every single one of them. You join whichever one speaks to you, okay? As I said, I have monthly mystery crochet along. So those are the only ones where you don't know what you're making, but it's really, really fun. It's always quick and really excited, and we always have a video tutorial with it. Anyways, I'm so excited. You guys love it. I want to do the Mosaic crochet blanket. Can't afford the yarn right now. It's totally fine. You can always do it later. Remember, it stays on my website once it's there, okay? Curious how many are participating. In the blanket, over 9,000. In the mystery crochet along, close to 3,000. So that's a lot of people. So come join the fun. It's really, really fun. I just wore the cowl we made in August. Oh my God, that's amazing. Yes, we made a really, really cool braided cowl. I'm pretty sure that was the braided one. The braided cowl in August of last year. I have them all listed. If you're curious what we made in the past, they're all on the mystery crochet along page. They're all listed. Grateful for you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm doing a happy dance. Yay! Me too. I like dancing, at least by myself. I love this mystery. This is my first crochet along. I'm loving the mystery. Yay! I'm really excited. I'm so glad. Okay, so did I miss any one of you guys? I think I might be Stitch reference. I think it might be maybe. Who knows? Let's see. Some bag. Ooh, I like that. A bag. Three-sided. I haven't done a three-sided bag yet in the past. Maybe. This is awesome. I know. It's totally awesome. So anyways, so that's our live show for today. I wanted to talk all about the mystery that's happening. So if you're signed up, you will know tomorrow evening what it's going to be. I'm really excited about it. What these two plus a third part are going to turn into. You're going to get 2 videos. So I'm still figuring out how I'm going to publish them on YouTube without overwhelming you. It's really excited. I'm really excited about it. And I will really hope that you're going to join Saturday's huge event. That's going to be a big party talking about these stitches and finishing up this mystery crochet along. So are you coming? Are you coming? Because if you're part of the mystery crochet along, you have a chance to win one of the 3 prizes. So it's worth coming. Anyways, if you have any further questions, leave them down below. I'm going to come back to this video later and answer them if I find any more questions. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. It's Whip Wednesday, and I hope to see you on Saturday for the big event. And if not, then hopefully next Wednesday. Until then,